When you were 14, you started modelling?
Yeah.
Which is...
young.
yeah, super young to be, you know, for majority of it to be based on your looks.
Exactly.
What was that time like for you?
Well, it's interesting. People don't come up to young women and say, hey, you should be a writer.
Yeah, yeah.
But they do come up to young women all the time and say, you should be a model, and that was the case for me.
Right.
I was very tall, as I've said before, and my dad used to joke that I could turn sideways, stick my tongue out, and I'd look like a zipper. But you know, I was very skinny and very tall, and that's what, you know, everybody was being told that's what the agents were looking for and so on. And we're just being told this constantly. And I was quite an introverted child. I was quite shy and into books and things, unsurprisingly.
Yeah.
And into Stephen King.
Right.
And as a tomboy, again, a word I don't love, but you know, as a girl who didn't really like dresses and playing with Barbie dolls and stuff, I was like the last person you'd imagine would get paid to wear other people's dresses.
Right.
You know, like I used to cry when my mum would try to put me in a dress for
Yeah,
photo day. I was
right,
like,
yeah.
no. Because dresses just were impractical and got in the way when I wanted to climb
Climb a
trees.
tree, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So it was an unusual transition from, you know, tomboy, introvert, bookworm to international fashion model, and started way too early. But that's very common for a lot of models.
Yeah.
You know? And I went off to Europe at 15 with my family, thankfully, with my mum and dad. And it was a disastrous modelling trip.
Really? Why?
Numerous reasons. One, I still had a huge gap between my teeth. I had braces that had just come off. So imagine these teeth, but like with a gap. Massive, right? I was like, hello. And I had a mullet. I looked really androgynous. Yeah, mullet and braces straight off. Not a great look, I think, probably for the career path that other people were choosing for me. But also, we were in Hamburg one night, very early in my first modeling trip, you know, very early in my career. And my parents had left a window open in the bedroom and all these mosquitoes came in.
Oh no.
And I was attacked by mosquitoes in the night.
Oh my
and
God.
I basically looked like Joseph Malik, bless him, the Elephant Man, just with, I mean, a huge allergy developed and I was, you know, hospitalized briefly.
No way.
From mosquito bites.
So could you do the shoot? What happened?
Nothing. I couldn't do anything. It was all over.
Oh my God, so you just had to go home?
Yeah, so we continued the rest of our holiday. I mean, my parents had spent most of their savings to get me to Europe to have this career that I had said that I wanted. And mostly because everybody said that's what I should do. And it did look glamorous at the time, of course.
Yeah.
And I'll always be grateful for that trip and grateful for modeling generally. It's got some downsides. It wasn't always a breeze, I have to say.
Yeah.
But it also allowed me to go to Europe as a teenager.
Yeah.
Coming from Vancouver Island, where a lot of my friends never left the country, even some didn't really leave the island. So there I was, you know, as a 15-year-old in the water at Cannes and, you know, or going to see the Duomo in Milan or the Louvre in Paris. You know, it's like real privilege. But that trip was a complete disaster, except that it got my parents on a plane, it got me on a plane, and it got us back to Holland, where my mum was born, to a place called Numansdorp, which is the little village she was born in and where her parents are from. And she had not seen that place since she was 4 years old.
Oh, beautiful.
And, you know, she would never have gone back there if it wasn't for that modeling career.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That, you know, really disastrous modeling trip.
Right.
And, you know, very sadly, she was sick, and we didn't know that at the time. And the next year, she passed away. And she would never have got back to her hometown. And, you know, seeing her parents' initials scrawled into the bell tower where they got married, and you know, a seal of that before she passed away. So it was a really lucky thing that trip took place, even though on a professional level.
Yeah, for that alone, it was totally worthwhile.
Yeah.